When I first came to Penn, I thought I wanted to be a journalist because I thought political communications, that was basically all you could do with that. But taking all the courses I have, it's made me realize political communications is so much broader than just reporting on what happens in politics. It is politics.
People will sacrifice, say, 2 weeks in the summer. As a group, we will go to the Republican and Democratic conventions. We will cover those conventions. We will attend them. We went to Los Angeles for the Gore Lieberman convention, and we had a terrific time there. We stayed in the Omni Hotel with the Pennsylvania and Delaware delegations. We were breakfasting with everybody who came that way. That's where I first met Vice President Biden, for instance, just over bagels and coffee.
The McCain campaign was an adventure. I was on board for probably a year and a half. So I started out July '07 and then stayed with the campaign through November '08, obviously. And I just started interning in the war room, basically, in July, and worked 6 days a week, you know, at the long intern story.
At the DNC, somehow we had finagled our way up to the VIP floor in the Pepsi Center, I think that was the name of it. And this was the one with all the boxes and everything. And we were just kind of walking around looking. We were walking past like the MSNBC room, the CNN room, and just seeing all these news personalities. And then all of a sudden these Secret Service people come and are brushing everyone to the side. And Hillary Clinton walked right by. And everyone was just very excited.
Many started with an internship on Capitol Hill. There were a lot of young people on Capitol Hill. We have a very high turnover on Capitol Hill. Everybody knows what Congress is. They also don't pay very much, which is why they rotate them around. But it's a great point of entry to lobbying companies, to public affairs operations, to presidential administrations, and many other things in Washington and elsewhere.
The Annenberg School is the only university that provides stipends to students who are part of this seminar to go off to repositories, primary research repositories, presidential libraries, Library of Congress, National Archives of Records Administration, to do primary research as the basis of papers on communications. We're the only people to use the presidential libraries. Why? I know all the libraries. I'm on the National Archive and Record Administration Advisory Committee, represented by every presidential library foundation there is. Everybody's aware of our program. Everybody at these meetings that I attend say, why doesn't every university in the country do this? 15 of them are considering it. It never gets done. We are the only ones doing it.
My major advisor is Professor Eisenhower, and I took him last semester as well for the presidency class. And that, like Professor Jamison's class, was one of my favorites here so far. I went out to California for his class and researched at the Reagan Library. So that was kind of cool. I got to experience kind of firsthand research. I submitted a 40-page paper, which I had never done before. And I'm expanding on that paper for my thesis this semester.
Where do these classes take place? They take place right at the Annenberg Fact Check office, which is in the National Press Club, which is one of the great sites in Washington, I should say, when there were newspapers. Many of them had their offices at the National Press Club. Many of the great speeches that we remember, that some of which wind up being assigned, were delivered at the National Press Club.
Some of the coolest things about Fact Check was just, I guess, the fact that what we did influenced the news every day. We would see Fact Check in the news after we put out an article, and it was just cool to see the response online and then in the news to something that we had written.
While you can't teach communications, the actual like the day-to-day, how it actually gets done, the theory and the context that the whole comps program puts into a communications person is really beneficial.
My feeling is that what comps will produce, and I think that this will be a program here at Annenberg for a long time to come, that it produces effective citizens, self-confident citizens, graduates who know they can write, who know that they can organize serious papers and serious thinking.